I think the second thing I learned about myself early on was that it was good if there was an element of sales involved in the job, that I had a natural affinity for that. Most people don't like that, right? And I like it. I think people who are uncomfortable with that tend to think it means being sort of greasy or, in some way duplicitous or not representing things accurately. And I think that couldn't be more wrong. I think the more deeply you understand that and the more honest and forthright you are, the more believable and trustworthy you are, the more effective you are.
That is so right. And to think that you not ultimately don't have to learn that selling skill to move up the ladder, you're kind of crazy. How'd you learn it?
Yeah, I actually got my. You learn it internally in companies because you can't be successful in any organization unless you're selling to others, and particularly early on in your career where you don't have any authority. It comes from your persuasive ability. And then a few years after grad school, I'd been running various parts of the customer service organization, and a job opened up to run the Fortune 500 sales organization, which of course I was utterly unqualified to run. But I'd gotten involved in the process, and it was in the early, still in the early days of the PC revolution, and I'd seen, I think I could do this, and the company, of course, knew me as a leader and a manager, and they gave me that opportunity, and that was my beginning of sales. And look, I've since run almost every part of the company. I mean, one of my key messages I always tell people is, look, you want to own and really master your craft in where you just start your career, and you don't want to move on until you've done that. But then it becomes very important to move on and take the risk to move sideways and learn other functions of the company. And so over time, I've run practically every function of the company, and I enjoy all of them. And I think that really helps me be effective because I can empathize with the perspective of all the leaders in the room.